climate chaos is destroying lives and livelihoods. Economies are straining under debt, uncertainty, and inequality. And in this time of fracture and fragility, we need collective action to restore trust and deliver global progress. Our discussions at the TICAD summit focus on how partnership with Africa can strengthen solutions the world needs in peace, in global governance, finance, climate action, and digital transformation. First, there can be no development without peace. We need diplomacy to silence the guns and prevent escalation, humanitarian access to reach people in need, and strong support to regional efforts to rebuild trust and institutions. Second, fairer global governance and finance. Our institutions must reflect today's world, not the world of 1945. That means a Security Council that is reformed to be more representative and more effective. It also means fair representation across international financial institutions and the financial architecture that serves the needs of developing countries. Debt must not drown development. We need bold debt relief, increased concessional finance, and the tripling of the lending capacity of multilateral development banks, making them bigger, bolder, and better able to leverage private finance at reasonable costs. Third, investing in climate solutions. Africa has everything it takes to become a renewable superpower, from solar and wind to the critical minerals that power clean technologies. Yet it receives a tiny fraction of global renewables investments, and meanwhile, 600 million people still lack electricity. We must mobilize finance and technology so that Africa's natural wealth benefits African people first. And we must build a thriving renewables and manufacturing base across the continent. Clean power in Africa lowers energy costs, diversifies supply chains, and accelerates decarbonization for everyone. And we must scale adaptation from early warning systems to resilient agriculture. Fourth, deliver digital transformation. New technologies are improving lives, but we must expand affordable access and build capacity for artificial intelligence everywhere. I have submitted a report on innovative financing options to build AI capacity in developing countries. And we are also pushing for the establishment of an independent international scientific panel and the annual global dialogue on AI at the UN, so that every country can benefit from shared knowledge and have a voice in shaping AI governance. And across these efforts, we must put people first, investing in education, skills and decent work, expanding social protection, and ensuring women's full participation and leadership in economics, politics, and public life. Dear friends of the media, as we stand in Yokohama, we see more than a beautiful skyline, we see a window into the world. Yokohama reminds us that openness is a choice, especially in hard times. Whether it is in the aftermath of a great natural disaster or great war, Yokohama has shown that rebuilding takes trust, dignity, and commitment to a shared future. Let this city be our compass, resilient in adversity and united in purpose. With Africa in the lead and Japan as a trusted partner, let's carry that spirit forward, and I thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to open the floor for questions. There is interpretation from Japanese to English, but if you can ask the question in English, that would be preferable. And please indicate your name and which media outlet are you on. Please in the front, go ahead. Yes, Mike.
I'm Chisato from TV Asahi in Japan, and I would like to ask a few questions. And the one is nowadays there are a lot of controversy in international affairs, such as, of course, in Africa region, but also in Ukraine and Gaza. So what responsibilities and contributions do you expect for developed countries such as Japan?
I believe Japan has been a messenger for peace. Japan has been with very clear and positive positions in relation to the crisis in the Middle East, and especially the suffering of the people in Gaza. Japan has had a very correct policy in relation to the solution of the Ukraine crisis, defending the need of a just and sustainable peace in respect for the UN Charter, in respect for international law and for UN resolutions. And Japan has been very active in the African continent, promoting development and simultaneously promoting dialogue that is an essential condition for peace. So we see Japan as a messenger of peace in a world that unfortunately is full of conflicts, and in a situation in which we have a Security Council that has been unable to find the necessary consensus because of the divides, the geopolitical divides among superpowers. The UN Security Council has been unable to find the consensus that is necessary to put an end to all these conflicts.
Okay, Sarah, in the front, please.
Good morning, sir. My name is Umaru Barry from Africa Intelligence. Japan has obviously decided to change a little bit its approach towards Africa, now trying to work more with the Indo-Pacific countries. So in regard to U.S. disengagement towards international affairs, how do you see this new Japanese approach towards development in Africa and also business? Thank you.
Well, you need to recognize that today the fastest growing areas of the world are in the Indo-Pacific. And so from the point of view of economic partnership, the partnership of Africa with the other countries in the Indo-Pacific region is with full potential. If you see the growth rates in many Asian countries, from China to India to Indonesia to many others, you see that a lot of opportunities for development and for cooperation are there. And so it's perfectly natural that Japan puts an emphasis on the importance of the cooperation between the African continent and the other countries of the Indo-Pacific region. Let's not forget that Africa has a huge coast in the Indian Ocean.
Thank you. Okay, sir, in the back.
日本語でお尋ねします。被爆地広島に拠点を置く中国新聞の宮野と申します。広島の視点から被爆80年の節目に関してお伺いします。米国の原爆投下からこの80年、広島、長崎の被爆者や遺族たちは核兵器の廃絶を願い、行動もしてきました。国連もですね、最初の総会の決議が核廃絶であったように長く核軍縮に取り組んできています。しかし現在、核兵器をめぐる国際情勢は厳しく、核軍縮に逆行するような動きも相次いでいます。なぜ核兵器の廃絶はこれほどに困難なのか、どうすれば核廃絶が実現できるのか、事務総長のお考えをお伺いします。
There have been many initiatives in relation to nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. And nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation are two faces of the same coin. And the United Nations have been very active in supporting both nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. And we are particularly committed to make sure that the next Non-Proliferation Treaty review is a success. At the same time, we have now a Convention for the Elimination of Nuclear Weapons that is gathering more and more support around the world, and we believe that this is an extremely important initiative. I was extremely moved in my visits to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and I've been twice in Nagasaki, 3 times in Hiroshima, by the Ibakusha and their testimony. And based on their testimony, we understand that it is the duty of all of us to consistently fight for a world without nuclear weapons.
Thank you so much. I think that by this we will, if there are no more questions.
There is one question.
There is one question. Go ahead. Microphone.
My name is Itsuko Hirata, and welcome to Japan first. And thank you so much for your peaceful speech. And I would like to ask about the last colony in Africa. In Africa, still a colony. So you made, the United Nations proposed the peaceful resolution in 1991. It means referendum. But until now, there is no referendum. So when this referendum will come, I would like to ask your opinion. Thank you.
We have been working consistently in mediation of this situation of conflict, and we are totally committed to be able to reach an agreement among the parties on the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Secretary General. Appreciate it.
Goodbye. Thank you very much. Arigato.
はい、本日はありがとうございます。皆様お忘れ物のないようにご帰宅ください。ありがとうございました。
That was quick.